What's going on, everyone? Today we have a pretty special tactic here on the channel. This is a tactic actually from one of my previous videos I've done here on the channel with the Clapfather. This is the 4-3-3 that ended up winning me not one, not two, but three different Champions Leagues. We won the CONCACAF Champions League with the New York Red Bulls. We won Copa Libertadores with Bragantino. And then we won the Champions League, not with Leipzig, but with RB Salzburg. Now, if you want to check out how I did that, I'll be linking that video at the end of this video. So definitely make sure, stay tuned to check that out. But with the tactic that I ended up accomplishing all this with, it was with a 4-3-3. And on screen right now, this is how I set up that 4-3-3. Now, it is meant to be high attacking, high intensity, high pressing, balls to the wall football. And that is exactly what it is. It's got an advanced forward up top, two inside forwards out wide, two central midfielders. One is a central midfielder on attack, the other central midfielder on support. Then we got a ball winning midfielder, two wingbacks, two ball playing defenders, and a sweeper keeper. Now, how this tactic kind of operates, the advanced forward advances, the inside forwards cut inside, acting like those wide strikers. Then we've got those wingbacks, essentially playing how I like my wingbacks to play, attacking or creatively and staying out wide, crossing from that byline. Then we have the two central midfielders. Like I said, one's on attack, one is on support. The one on support is going to sag off a tiny bit. The one on attack is going to be a little bit more aggressive. Then we will have that ball winning midfielder come up as well. Then we got our safety pins, those ball playing defenders. This is kind of how it builds up with this 4-3-3. It's absolutely awesome, but what is also awesome is due to these central midfielders, one of the instructions I have on them is to not only move into channels, but roam. So they can kind of fill in wherever they kind of want to. They can go a little bit out wider. They can cut in here and here, push up further, go for goal. It's kind of allowing those two roles to have free will and free reign. And it allows for not only big time creativity, but also big time scoring threat coming not only from those roles themselves, but that inside forward on either side, as well as the advanced forward. Now, to kind of showcase how this tactic works, I'm going to be showing you two different match highlights, both coming from the Champions League winning season with RB Salzburg. Now, the first one is going to be a 4-0 win against Sturm Graz that helped them end up actually win the league title domestically. Then, on their road to the Champions League final, I'm going to be showing you guys a 3-0 win over AC Milan. So there we have it for the tactic. Now, I think this tactic is absolutely busted, broken. I mean, with what it allowed all the clubs to do performance-wise was absolutely insane. And one key piece to the puzzle, I think, is the central midfielder roles. Now, one was on support, one's on attack. How I kind of have them built instruction-wise allows them to act like Segunda Volantes that are a little bit further forward. And you kind of see that with the Oscar Glute goal within the highlights. It was a late arriving run that Karim Konate kind of waited up for, played the ball back to him, he banged it home, and it adds another element to an already very good system. Now, if you wish to give this tactic a go for yourself, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description. That is where you're going to be able to download the tactic from the download section of the Discord. For those of you who do not have Discord or might be playing on console, just go ahead, feel free, copy over this tactic from the video. I'll be going over all the player roles and instructions here momentarily. So the tactical file name that you'll be looking for in the download section of the Discord is New Era Red Bull 433. We've got advanced forward on attack up top, 2 inside forwards on attack out wide, 2 central midfielders, 1 on support, 1 on attack. Then we got a ball winning midfielder on support and defensive midfield. We got 2 wingbacks on attack, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, and a sweep keeper on support. For the advanced forward on attack, nothing was added to them. Both inside forwards on attack have crosses aimed at center and shoot more often. Central midfielder on support has crosses aimed at center, dribble more, roam from position, move into channels, and tackle harder. And central midfielder on attack has crosses aimed at center, dribble more, shoot more often, roam from position, move into channels, and tackle harder. The ball winning midfielder on support has dribble more. Both wingbacks on attack have cross more often, crosses aimed at center, dribble more, tackle harder. Both ball playing defenders on defend were left as is, and sweeper keeper on support was also left unchanged. When it comes to the mentality with this tactic, it was played with a positive mentality, being that it is high pressing, high intensity, balls to the wall football. Wanted to have a little bit of aggressiveness within our mentality as well. So I went with the kind of best of both worlds option and went with positive. Can be used with balanced or attacking as well. Positive is that sweet median in the middle. So once we are in possession of the ball, we have fairly narrow attacking width, overlap on the left and the right, playing out of the defense. We work the ball into the box using low crosses in that final third, slightly shorter passing directness and higher tempo. When in transition, we counter press and counter, distributing quickly to the fullbacks and center backs by rolling the ball out. Once out of possession, we have a high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, much more often trigger press, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So when it comes to what type of club you can utilize this sort of system and tactic with, it is going to be pretty specific, honestly. If you're wanting to play a highly aggressive, high intensity style of football, this is very suited to that type of play with whatever club you may be at. However, if you are in the lower leagues, this probably is going to take some time to truly get your team to the level that you need them to be to get the most out of this tactic. Because I think with what we were able to do with the 4 Red Bull clubs was absolutely fantastic. It did, however, take Salzburg and Leipzig for some reason a little bit more time to get used to this style than it did with New York as well as Bragantino. And when it comes to tactical tweaks, honestly, looking at this tactic and how I wanted it to play, there really isn't anything that I would change except for one thing. It's down to your preference. It is the striker. If you want to, instead of having an advance forward, go with a pressing forward, then go ahead and do that. I would suggest either going with pressing forward on support or attack, and it will do probably just as well as an advance forward, although the advance forward was pretty darn good with this system. So there we have it for today's tactic. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you wish to give this tactic a go, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description once again, where you can download the tactic from the download section within the Discord. And if you have enjoyed today's video, please feel free, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so I hit the sub button. Right now on screen, I'll be popping up the Clapfather video. If you have not checked it out yet, definitely feel free to do so. It was one heck of a journey, and I absolutely loved every second of it, so definitely feel free to take a look. But until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.